The Terror by Dan Simmons. The Ice Trap. The HMS Erebus and HMS Terror, having already spent a winter in the ice, become permanently beset off the coast of King William Island. The immense pressure of the ice threatens to crush the ships, and the crews realize they may be trapped for another long, dark winter with no hope of immediate rescue. Life in the frozen hells. The daily struggle for survival aboard the frozen ships is depicted. The men suffer from the extreme cold, the encroaching darkness of the Arctic winter, and the first signs of illness, particularly scurvy. Rations are reduced, and the first deaths occur, creating an atmosphere of dread and claustrophobia. The first attacks. A massive, bestial creature begins to stalk the expedition. It attacks men on the ice with terrifying speed and brutality, seemingly immune to musket fire. The crews learn it is a Tuunbaq, a monstrous spirit from Inuit mythology, and their fear transforms from the natural danger of the Arctic to a supernatural horror. The leadership crisis. After the death of Sir John Franklin, command falls to the pragmatic but increasingly alcoholic Captain Francis Crozier. He clashes with the arrogant, by the book Captain James Fitzjames of the Erebus. Tensions rise over strategy, whether to stay with the ships or attempt a desperate march south. The poison within. The men's health deteriorates rapidly due to scurvy and, unknowingly, severe lead poisoning from the solder used in their tin food supplies. This leads to physical decay and mental instability, eroding discipline and sowing paranoia among the crew members. The Carnival Gambit. In a desperate attempt to boost morale during the second winter, the officers organize a grand masquerade party on the ice, dubbed Carnival. The event turns into a catastrophic disaster when the Tuunbaq attacks, resulting in a horrific massacre and the destruction of vital supplies. Abandoning the ships. With all hope lost, Crozier makes the fateful decision to abandon the Terror and Erebus in the spring. The weakened survivors load sick men and supplies onto sledges and boats and begin a hopeless march across the barren landscape towards the Back River, hundreds of miles away. The Southern March. The march south becomes a slow-moving death march. Men die daily from starvation, disease, and the cold. The group fractures, and the Tuunbaq continues to pick them off. The true villainy of the expedition's surgeon, Dr. Goodsir, is revealed as he poisons mutineers. Crozier's last stand. Separated from the main group and near death, Crozier is saved by a Netsilik Inuit woman named Lady Silence, who has a mystical connection to the Tuunbaq. He learns to hunt and survive with her people, eventually choosing to leave his old life behind and assimilate into their culture. Assimilation and Epilogue. Crozier, now living as a Netsilik, learns that the Tuunbaq has been killed by the white men's diseases, breaking its spiritual bond with Lady Silence. The novel ends with Crozier planning to lead his new family away from the encroaching white civilization, having found a new purpose and identity, while the fate of the other expedition members is confirmed as a total loss. The Terror argues that the greatest horror stems from the collapse of human morality and reason under extreme duress, rather than from an external monster. The true terror is the inevitable descent into madness, despair, and savagery that occurs when civilization's comforts are stripped away. The novel concludes by contrasting this downfall with the possibility of redemption through humility and adaptation, suggesting that true survival and peace are achieved not by conquering nature, but by learning to coexist with it.